Rupesh, am I audible?
Yes, Megashri.
Yes. It's
Hey, hey everyone, welcome back. I am Rupesh, your host, and today we are getting to something little different for you. We are not just going to talk about design thinking, we are actually going to experience it live, step by step, and build this idea together. And joining me today is our co host, Megashri.
Hi everyone. My name is Meghashri and I'm really excited to be here. I'm also curious what is design thinking and how to solve a problem and all.
Great, great. So, before we start, we will take a 1 minute pause so that people can join by the time. And until then, just you can share this link with your network, with your friends, with your teachers, with your colleagues, so that they can also get an idea that what is this session all about. And this session is really, really important if you are planning to participate in Spark 3.0. So we will wait for 1 more minute and then we will start with our session. Great. So now we can start. But before we start our session, first, like there is one important question. It is for Megashri. So, Megashri, if you could fix one annoying everyday problem in which there is no budget, no rules, then what would it be? So now we can start.
Like honestly speaking, it will be traffic. I just make it disappear.
Okay, fair enough. If only it were that easy. But see, what you just did, you picked a problem to solve. That's where design thinking begins. So today we are going to play with that idea, build a mini solution, and I will show you how the same process that you can follow for this real Spark 3.0 entry. Okay, so first of all, like as per our session, uh, before we jumping into the design thinking activity or any activity, let's quickly understand what design thinking actually is. So, and here is something interesting that there is not just one design thinking process. There are several popular frameworks that different organizations, different university and education follows. For example, the Stanford D School model, the double diamond approach, IDEO, human-centered design approach, etc. But the names and the number of stages, it can be different, but the basic idea of all this approach is very similar. Understand a real problem, understand the people experience it, generate possible solution, develop an idea, and the most important is learning of testing. So these steps you will find common in most of the approach, isn't it, Megashri?
Yes, so basically, different framework organize the process differently, but it solves the same problem with the user's point of view.
Exactly. And for today's activity, like we are going to use this five-stage Stanford D School approach because it's simply and it is very easy to follow. So here are our five steps, which is presented on your screen. The first step, empathize. It is for understand the person who has the problem. It's not like that you thought so you are working on it. You have to understand what the person has the problem. And you have to define. The second step is define. Write the problem down in one clear sentence. Like, for example, I am not able to travel in this traffic because of less width or less space in the road. One problem. Third, ideate. Think of as many ideas as possible without judging them too early. Like, it's not that, no, no, that is not possible. It is not practical. This can't be done. And every idea is appreciated. Okay. So this is the third step of the ideate of the design thinking process. Fourth one is the prototype. So whatever ideas you have shortlisted, you have to build a rough and simple version of the idea. It's not like you have to make a very big model to present your solution. Any simple rough prototype, a smaller version of that you can build. And fifth, the most important, testing. This means you have to show it to the real people and see what happens and learn from the result that yes, is it actually working or is there anything that we have to rework on?
Okay, and if the test shows something isn't working, can we go back to and change the idea process?
Exactly. That's one of the most important part. So design thinking doesn't have to be a straight line, all steps that you have to follow. Yes, these steps are important, but it's not like a straight line. You can always come back. You might test something and realize your problem definition that needs to change. Or you might build a prototype and then you suddenly come up with more better idea and eventually better idea. So you can move back and forth like a pinball.
Yes, now it's making sense.
Great. So let's quickly see that what looks like the idea which Megashri has given, the traffic one. Great. So if we see that, if we relate it with the Stanford D School design thinking approach, so the first stage, which is empathize. So here, who is experiencing the problem? Us means commuters, pedestrians, emergency vehicles, and many others. Coming to the next stage, which is the define. Here, the people need a way to move through the traffic more safely and efficiently. This is the actual problem statement which we have defined by empathizing with that person. And now the third step, which is ideate. Here, the main this brain works is that we are making coming up with a solution like smart traffic light, better public transport, carpooling solution. Like it's whatever idea comes to your mind to solve the problem of the traffic, which Megashri suggested. And the fourth stage, which is the prototype, means you have to build a small model of the solution, whatever you have chosen just before. And the important one, the testing. So this you have to build it and show it to the people that is it working and what is not working for you for finalizing it.
Yes, when you break it down, it feels like pretty simple.
Exactly. And now we both of us are going to try it right now. Let's try it ourselves. Great. So let's play a very fun game. So here This game is to guess the step. What step? The step which we have discussed earlier. So, Megashri, it's the game time. I am. I will read out four mini scenes, uh, and you have to tell me which design thinking step it is. Ready?
Okay, ready?
Okay. So, a student asks classmates, their friend, why they dislike the school bag. What do you think? Which step it is?
Think it's empathize?
Correct. You are talking to the people who actually experience the problem. So it is empathize. Now, round two. If we write, or if I write, student needs a lighter bag, they can search quickly. Then which step it would be?
Mm, like actually, it is defining the problem. So it is define.
Great. So yes, we have defined that the problem. Yes, the students' bags are very heavy, and they need a lighter bag that they can bring it, and whatever books they keep, they can easily search that. So yes, it's correct. It is the defined portion of the design thinking design step. Coming to the round three, you have to list, or if someone lists 15 different school bag ideas without filtering or judging them too early on the practical approach, what step it would be?
Okay, can I get the answers from the viewers?
Yes, this question is for all of you also, along with Megashri. What is the step name for this round three that a student is listing 15 different school bag ideas which will solve the problem, and that too without filtering and judging them. So what is this step in this design thinking approach which we have discussed right now? Is it step one, empathize? Step two, design? Step three, ideate? Or step four, it's a prototype which is ready to use? Or it is a testing step? Which step it would be? Any guesses?
Okay, actually, it's ideate.
Yes, this is the ideate step in which we are putting down all the ideas on the piece of paper. Okay. Now it's time for round four. So here the team builds up a cardboard model of that bag, and he given this to his friend to try it. Then which is the step of the design thinking? Any guesses? Emphasize, ideate, design, define, testing, or prototype, or both, or only emphasize? What do you think? Which step it would be? That a student had built the cardboard bag, and he has given his friends to try it. Which step it would be?
I think it's both prototype and testing.
Correct, exactly. Double points to you, Megashri.
Mhm. Thank
So,
you.
yes, so it's prototype and testing. Wasn't that easy, Megashri?
Yes, it's too easy.
Great. Nice work, all of you who have participated. So here's the cool part, that this same kind of problem solving process which we have done few minutes back, it connects to a real competition of this Spark. So in Spark, like what we are having, if you see on your screen, that the first step is the to observe and understand. Observe whom? Observe your family, observe your friends, observe your surrounding, and understand what is the problem they are having. Let's not come up with our problem. Let's come up with their problem, which actually they are facing. And that is the first step of the design thinking, which is empathize plus define. Then the second step of this spark is to brainstorm ideas. we have shown you in the Tan90 Spark guidebook that there's a proper section of the brainstorming ideas. So that is the second, there is a third step of the design thinking, which is the ideate. And the third step of this Spark designing your project. So this is actually the fourth step, prototype of this design thinking process. And the last but not the least, sketch your idea is actually the testing part of the design thinking. So now you see that how closely this connects with the design thinking. So step one connects strongly with empathize and define. Step two connects with ideate. Step three is where you develop and plan your project or prototype. And the step four, where you sketch and communicate your idea that this is how my model will look like. And these steps you can clearly see in the Spark guidebook, which we have provided to you. Megashri, you can put the link on the chat box. So they can also, if you don't have the guidebook link before, you can just have a look at the guidebook. It is very nicely designed for you to go through this process.
Yes, sure, I'll share, Rupesh. So, design thinking isn't just something we learn as a theory. We can actually use some way to think and develop a project, right?
Exactly. Great. So let's do a second activity. So let's actually brainstorm something. So here, as we know that our Spark has four themes. The themes like the topics to choose the projects. So Spark has four themes. First is the saving energy and climate, protecting nature and pollution, safer city and transport, and better health for everyone. This we have discussed in our previous video also. So now, Meghashri, you have to pick any one of the theme.
Okay, I'll pick safer cities and transport, and
Oh,
especially making things safer for the people who can't see well.
good one, good one. So I have one question for you. Who exactly are we helping here?
Here we are helping visually impaired peoples.
Right. And yes, like your thought is very nice. And but we also have to think that what's already available to help them.
Yes, we can see most of the things are available for them. We can also see in metro stations, bus stands, and all. It's tactile paving. Those bumpy tiles that help people know where the path, like where they can walk.
Yes, yes, I have also seen that. But don't you think that there is some limitation in that?
Yes, it mostly tells where we can, like where they can walk, but it doesn't necessarily tell you the danger ahead or give you a clear warning that you are approaching something danger or risky.
Agree, completely agree with this. So let's define the problem.
Yes.
So the problem which we are defining here is that people with visual impairments need a clear warning when they are approaching the any potential dangerous areas such as platform or edge or stairs or any corner part. So there we have to alert them. This is our main problem which we have come up till now.
Yes, Rupesh. Now it's time of ideate.
Hmm. So, for idiot, what do you think that what ideas can be given here to solve this issue?
Yes. Like for the same tactile path, we can add something with a buzzer. Can you guess what it is?
Hmm. Okay, buzzers. So buzzer will basically trigger the alarm, correct?
Yes.
Whenever someone is reaching at any corner or curves, it will trigger the alarm. Very nice. And like, what is the like any other idea or any other inputs on these ideas?
We can also put something. Um,
Great.
which
So
gives vibration or thing, physical
fine.
warning.
Fine, fine. Very nice, very nice. So, like, yes, this is very nice idea for the problem statement which we have defined just now. So now we have gone from empathize to define and now to ideate. And in just a minute, like, we have come up to this. Great. So now coming to the prototype, like, how would this thing actually work? So here you tell me that if you have to prototype this idea, how your model will look like.
Like super simple. Under a patch, we could have two strips of foil with the foam between them. There is a small gap between the foil strips. When someone steps on the patch, the foam gets compressed and it will touch each other. So the circuits become complete and the buzzer starts sound like gets triggered and making sound.
Wow. So, no any fancy chip or anything needed, any coding, nothing needed.
No, it's just foil, foam, battery, and the buzzer.
Oh, then it's just a simple circuit, isn't it?
Yes.
Great, great. Okay. So, if this is your prototype, then how would you test it? Will it work? How will you test it?
So we can test with a volunteer by making him or her blindfolded and ask them to walk along the path using different texture. Once they step on that patch, they'll get a danger text like danger alarm.
Okay, great, great. Like it's really amazing that you have thought this, and it's the important part that we didn't just come up with an idea. We built something, and then we also tried it, and then we learned from the test. So, and that's a full design thinking cycle, and
Yes.
and this connects to the directly with this Spark 3.2 process. So, like now in real life, ideation usually give us more than one option. Like you have made that model, you have also tested that model, and you have got one more option. Like okay, whether if not working. So, Megashri, is there any alternative for that in case
As I
that won't work?
yes, I already said it's a physical vibration we can create.
Okay, so means it's the same tactile path. But
Yes.
instead
For
of loud buzzer, the danger patch trigger, like whenever is something in front of that a blind person, it
yes.
will produce a small vibration in that tactile path. So
Yes.
I will sense that and I will stop.
Yes.
So it's a kind of a physical warning.
Hmm.
Great, great. So now we have two options. So we have tactile paths with a buzzer which alarms and alert us. And then we have a tactile path with a vibration
Right.
producing machines, which will produce vibration and alert us.
Yes. Both could work, but we need to decide which one makes more sense.
Exactly. So then I think let's use this three questions from the Spark. Does it
Yes.
my first question will be, does it actually solve the problem? Can we realistically build it? And is it different from what already is out there in the market? And yes, but for this, we have to do voting between these two projects. So the contender of this vote first is the tactile path with alarm, and the second one is the tactile path with vibration. So this I want to give it to our audience. Whom you want to vote? Like you can give one vote to tactile path with vibration and another one to tactile path with alarm, or two votes. So out of five or out of 10, what you want to vote for these few models? You can share your votings on the chat box. So I will start with mine. I will give two votes to the buzzer model and one to the vibration model.
Okay, my vote will be 3 vote for buzzer and 1 for vibration.
Wait, let's see what people has vote for.
Okay.
So all of you, we have two projects as discussed. A tactile path for a blind person to walk, and if there is something dangerous in front of that path, it will raise an alarm. And second, there is a tactile path for a person to follow, where they will get a sense of vibration if something obstacle is in front of them. So you have to vote among them. You can give your vote like one to tactile path with alarm and two to tactile path with vibration. We are waiting for your voting so that this voting will help us decide that which model we are going ahead with for our Spark. Quickly, you can just share the votings on the chat box.
Rupesh, I have given 3 for buzzer. Do you think why it is?
3 for buzzer you have given, and then for this
1 for vibration.
vibration. Okay, mine was mine was three three to the buzzer. Okay, mine. I think I should change it. But yes, the alarm one I like the most. I think this sound should be more clear to the people as compared to vibration. But yes,
And
let's
which
see what.
alert and which alert the people nearby if someone needs help also.
Great, great. So mine three for the buzzer, and you have given two for the buzzer. If that is the only voting we have, then in that case we have 5-1 for the buzzer version and only one vote to the vibration version. So I think the democracy has spoken exactly. So who is the winner model from among two?
Buzzer wins.
Some buzzer wins. Great. So okay. So now since it is has majority of the voting, and I hope the people has voted on to the buzzer only. So let's go ahead. That's what we are building. But before building, here is something important part that will help you for the round two of the Spark. Building a model doesn't mean you need a fancy equipment and a perfect looking prototype. Spark guidebook, if you see, it has some example in which the innovative models are being made from the cardboard, from the foil, like just Megashi told, bottle caps, rubber bands, and everyday items. So it's not like that you have to make it with very expensive material.
Yes, the goal is to show that your idea actually works and will solve real problem.
Exactly. Your prototype should not be like a museum ready prototype. Okay. Great. It just your model should just need to communicate your idea clearly and demonstrate how it works. If that your model is doing, for sure your model will be shortlisted.
Yes, and honestly, starting with simple materials which makes easier to experiment and change the idea if something that doesn't work.
And that's the whole point of this prototyping step. So we are building, we are testing, we are improving, and we are trying again. But we will not give up. So the Spark 3.0, the Spark stands for Sustainable Project and Research Challenge. So here you can see that it's not a huge scary process which we feel. My God, there's a lot of the registration form which I have showed you in the previous video, which is so much to do. No, it's not a huge and scary process. It is actually very similar what we just did now for the traffic issue, what Megashri has did. So pick a theme, Simply just pick a theme, your favorite theme, observe and understand the problem. Brainstorm on the ideas. Choose your best idea from the group of ideas. Design your project. Even if it is like in your mind, just sketch the blueprint. And then once your building is done, build that model, a very small prototype, and test whether it is working or not. If you have made it for your father, test it with him. That is it solving your problem? If you have made it for yourself, then see whether it is solving your problem, and then finalize it for your registration.
Yes. And the best part is you don't have to start from zero. The Spark Guidebook gives you a real world problem areas, examples, and a structure to help you to develop your idea.
Exactly. So, Megashri, like after doing this, would you actually try the full Spark challenge?
Yes, 100%. You can see on the screens there are number of examples. Like from energy and climate theme, we have water from air. So we can create water from the air. And the second one, from the theme nature and pollution, we can create life cycle paper. So similar examples we can have in our guidebook, Spark guidebook.
Great. And that's exactly what we wanted to show you today in this today's call. You can refer this Spark guidebook and take guidance from there, take inspiration from there. So I will also like you to show our website, which is sparkchallenge.com. Here you can go, you can have a look to the themes, you can register yourself. You will find the registration form there. There we have FAQs. If you have any doubt related to this park, at how many students can participate, what it should be, everything is clearly mentioned there. You can just click on the registration button, and we have also shown you the contact number. So if you have still if you have any doubt which we have not addressed on the website or through this lives, you can just give a call, and we are there to respond to you and reach out to you. So this was all about this session. I hope you have got a process in your mind that will help you to come up with an idea. Every idea is respectful until it solves a problem. So thanks for joining me, Megashri, and to everyone watching. Please subscribe our YouTube channel, and also don't miss any videos from the 1090, which comes on every Friday. We will catch you in the next video. Thank you for watching. And if you have any question, just drop the comments in. We will get back to it. Our team will review it and we will address it by 2 days. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
everyone.